Music has always been an integral part of storytelling, and its role in film is no exception. From the early days of silent cinema, where live musicians would accompany the action on screen, to today's sophisticated soundtracks, music has been used to heighten emotions, build suspense, and create unforgettable cinematic experiences. The golden age of Hollywood, spanning from the 1930s to the 1960s, saw the rise of some of the most celebrated film composers in history who helped to shape the sound of cinema as we know it. One such composer was Bernard Herrmann, whose haunting and evocative scores for films like Psycho and Vertigo have become synonymous with suspense and psychological thriller. Herrmann's unique style, characterized by his use of unusual instrumentation and dissonant harmonies, created a sense of unease and heightened the dramatic impact of these classic films. His work has had a lasting influence on film scoring, inspiring generations of composers to come. Another giant of Hollywood's golden age was Max Steiner, who is perhaps best known for his epic score for Gone with the Wind. Steiner's music, with its sweeping melodies and grand orchestral arrangements, perfectly captured the grandeur and emotional sweep of this beloved film. His ability to convey a wide range of emotions through his music, from the heartbreak of loss to the triumph of the human spirit, made him one of the most sought-after composers in Hollywood. These composers, along with many others, helped to establish the language of film music, creating a rich and varied vocabulary that continues to be used and reinterpreted by composers today. Their work serves as a testament to the power of music to transport audiences to other worlds and enhance the emotional impact of storytelling. The mid-20th century saw the rise of television as a major entertainment medium, and with it came a new demand for memorable and catchy theme songs. Composers rose to the occasion, crafting iconic tunes that have become synonymous with their respective shows, instantly transporting viewers back to their favorite fictional worlds. These composers understood the unique demands of television, where themes needed to be both memorable and adaptable, able to set the tone for a variety of episodes and storylines. One of the most prolific and influential television composers of this era was Lalo Schifrin, an Argentine-American composer known for his jazz-infused scores. Schifrin's work on the spy series Mission Impossible became legendary, with its driving rhythms and distinctive use of a harpsichord creating a sense of intrigue and suspense. The Mission Impossible theme is instantly recognizable and has transcended its television origins, becoming a cultural touchstone. Another master of the television theme was Henry Mancini, whose work on shows like Peter Gunn and The Pink Panther helped to define the sound of 1960s television. Mancini's themes were often characterized by their catchy melodies, sophisticated arrangements, and use of jazz influences. His music was both stylish and accessible, appealing to a wide audience and helping to make these shows cultural phenomena. These composers understood that a great television theme needed to be more than just a catchy tune. It needed to encapsulate the essence of the show, capturing its mood, characters, and themes in a matter of seconds. Their work helped to shape the sound of television, creating oral identities for some of the most beloved shows in history and leaving an indelible mark on the medium. The emergence of video games in the 1980s brought with it a whole new platform for musical expression. Early video game music was necessarily limited by the technological constraints of the time, often relying on simple melodies and synthesized sounds generated by the game consoles themselves. However, despite these limitations, composers were able to create surprisingly catchy and memorable tunes that became an integral part of the gaming experience. One of the pioneers of video game music was Koji Kondo, a Japanese composer best known for his work on the Super Mario and The Legend of Zelda franchises. Kondo's music was notable for its cheerful melodies, inventive use of the limited sound palette of the Nintendo Entertainment System, and its ability to enhance the gameplay experience. His themes for games like Super Mario Bros. And The Legend of Zelda became instantly recognizable and helped to establish video game music as a genre in its own right. As technology advanced, so too did the scope and ambition of video game music. The introduction of CD-ROM technology in the 1990s allowed for the use of high-quality recorded music, opening up a world of possibilities for composers. Games like Final Fantasy VII, with its soaring orchestral score by Nobuo Uematsu, demonstrated the emotional power that music could bring to video games. This evolution from simple chiptune melodies to grand orchestral scores mirrored the evolution of video games themselves, from simple arcade games to complex and immersive experiences. Video game music had come of age, earning recognition as a legitimate art form and attracting a new generation of talented composers eager to create memorable soundscapes for virtual worlds. In the 21st century, soundtrack music continues to evolve, embracing new technologies and stylistic influences while pushing the boundaries of what is possible in film, television, and video game scoring. The lines between different genres of music have become increasingly blurred, with composers drawing inspiration from a wide range of sources, from classical and electronic music to world music and experimental soundscapes. One of the most influential film composers of recent times is Hans Zimmer, known for his innovative use of electronics and world music influences in scores like The Lion King, Gladiator, and Inception. Zimmer's music is often characterized by its propulsive rhythms, memorable themes, and ability to create a sense of epic scope and grandeur. He's been at the forefront of incorporating new technologies into his work, using synthesizers, samplers, and computer software to create unique and evocative sounds. Another prominent composer is Ramin Djawadi, best known for his work on the HBO series Game of Thrones. Djawadi's score for Game of Thrones was praised for its ability to capture the epic scale and emotional complexity of the show, seamlessly blending orchestral and choral elements with electronic textures and world music influences. His use of a cello to create the show's iconic main title theme demonstrated his willingness to experiment with instrumentation and push the boundaries of traditional soundtrack music. The increasing use of streaming services has also had a significant impact on soundtrack music, with composers now creating music for a global audience with diverse tastes. This has led to a greater emphasis on inclusivity and representation in soundtrack music, with composers from a wider range of backgrounds and cultures gaining recognition for their work. The future of soundtrack music is an exciting one, full of possibilities as composers continue to experiment with new sounds, technologies, and approaches to storytelling.